It's one of Evil Batman's favorite bands there. How about some Triumph with Fight the Good Fight? Even though Evil Batman has been long gone for a long time.
Decade.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah. It's been a while since we heard from the Evil Batman.
Yeah, no kidding. So there you go. Some Fight the Good Fight. That goes out to our good friend Bubba Wallace. Fight the good fight. Fight on, man. Keep fighting that racism and those Confederate flags and those fake nooses and shit.
That's right.
Just don't drive through my neighborhood, okay?
Yeah, want to keep my mailbox.
No kidding. All right. Well, you said something over here about a week ago. I meant to get to this last week, and we just ran out of time.
Okay.
But it is the return of the queer kid stuff.
Good.
Because we've all just been waiting for queer kid stuff to come back.
That's right.
Because children who are not fully developed in any way, shape, or form, mentally, physically, emotionally, they need to be indoctrinated with sexual orientation at a very, very young age.
They do. You have to get them early, Neely.
Mm-hmm. So this Jewish lesbian, she's here to tell us all about it. She returns to the stage.
Yes.
So welcome to the stage, the queer kid stuff gal.
Yeah.
Because that's important.
Dude, you act like it's not.
You know what I find interesting?
What's that?
I know we probably covered this before a little bit. When you and I were in school as children, you know, when we were in school, I went to kindergarten, I believe, in 1969, I believe. I think that was my first year in kindergarten. And then I entered first grade in 1970.
Okay.
This was not an issue.
No, definitely not.
This was not an issue. You know, kids were kids, you know, even through all the way through my, you know, high school years. You know, it was more or less a joke about, you know, that guy's a fag, or boy, he's gay, or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as like, oh man, you need to figure out your sexual orientation at 7 years old. that was not even anything to be concerned with.
No, not at all.
So this pushing this agenda, and you know, I attribute this, and I think our good friend Jericho Green attributes this spot on. This all has to do with the breakdown of the loss of direction, loss of guidance from a well-adjusted family.
Right.
And so these children who are being popped out and left on to their own devices, they're left confused. They have nobody directing them, guiding them. You know, fortunately for both you and I, we both had pretty stable family lives, and we had a father who will crack you up the side of the head, say, knock that shit off.
Exactly.
But a lot of kids, unfortunately, they don't have that guidance to have somebody keep them on the straight and narrow. So we have this Jewish lesbian who she's going to teach you what you need to know.
Yeah, well, there she is on the screen.
I see her. She's got the Barney Fife bow tie going on.
Yeah. And the most asexual look in the history of women.
Yeah.
Yeek.
Yeah. Well, again, I compare her or it or whatever it is to she looks like Skippy from Family Ties. Was it Family Ties?
Right.
Yeah, that's who she reminds me of.
She does look the part.
Yeah. So anyway, you want to hear what she has to say, or it has to say today in this lesson?
Please.
We break this lesson down.
Let's do it.
And be enlightened and woke.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Hey there, welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and today I'm talking to the grown-ups about the importance of LGBTQ plus representation in children's media.
Yeah, in children's media.
children's media.
Yeah,
That's what we
the
need.
children need to know about LGBTQ XYZ plus the alphabet people.
Yeah. You want to hear everything that the kids need to know about this when they're 5 years old? Ready? I'm going to tell you. Here.
All right.
And that's it.
No truer words have been spoken, Chris. You're a very wise man for your man of your advanced age.
Yeah. That's all they need to hear about fucking and sucking.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Not a goddamn thing.
No, it's so stupid.
Well, what I want to know is, where is this person being broadcast, or who sits their child down and says, here, watch this Lindsay. I'm surprised she identifies as Lindsay. How come she doesn't identify as, yeah, I'm just sort of a nondescript human form?
I don't know. But you know damn well who puts their kids down in front of this. Other LGBTQMIA XYZers.
Mm-hmm.
That's who's doing it.
Okay.
That's who's polluting their kid with this nonsense, and nonsensical types that are, we need to teach our kids diversity and they should be able to make their own decisions when they're 2.
Yeah, no,
they shouldn't.
All right.
We all are part of one big family. Gaming's happy. Queer.
I'm all for watching Lindsay and Rachel do some serious scissoring.
Thanks, Jerry.
The whole scissoring thing, I never understood that either. I mean, obviously I'm not a woman, but is there really something to that? Is like, okay, well, we're going to rub twat to twat.
When you watch it in porn, you just sit there listening for the sound that comes off it.
Or twat to twat.
You listen for that little suction sound of the juices getting a little sticky on the lippage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not even that much fun to watch, really.
It's really bizarre, actually. It looks like a lot of work.
It does. Be all positioned the right way, and
it's just too much work.
Yeah, one's got the risk of having their leg fall asleep underneath the other one's fatness, and and then if they didn't wipe right, you get fucking shit stain on your leg.
Scissoring.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. All right.
Stuff. You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff.
You are enough.
You are enough.
Yeah. Whereas my father said, get out of my sight. I've had enough of you.
Yeah.
You are enough. Enough's enough.
That's right.
All right.
Hey there, grown-ups. Okay, today we're talking about something near and dear to my heart. LGBTQ plus representation in children's media.
Good. Is that near and dear to her heart?
Mine too. Can't wait to be educated here.
Well, here it is. It's near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hold I don't hold a moralistic or a mainstream view, but because I'm so far out of step with society, I need you to draw you into my world.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This ties directly into our mission here at Queer Kid Stuff, where we are imagining a kinder and more equal future through our videos.
Right. There you go. We're imagining it.
We're imagining. That's all you're going to do is imagine it.
Exactly. What are you, a big John Lennon fan? Imagine.
Imagine everyone's a homo, just like Lindsay.
It's easy if you try.
Everybody sits when they pee. Imagine
scissoring not like a guy.
I can't think of one.
I mean, of course, John Lennon being upheld as the poet of our generation.
Right.
But it was a Marxist viewpoint. Sorry. I hate to break your bubble, but if you enjoyed the Imagine song, it's a Marxist viewpoint. Sorry.
Mhm. Yeah. Get that quote.
I always think, God, I wish I had a Ferris wheel too. But I think in Michael Jackson's viewpoint, God, I wish I had a Ferris Bueller too.
Or a pulse.
Jeez. All right, here we go.
Right now, there is a serious lack of LGBTQ plus representation in children's media.
Is there? It's a serious lack of.
Serious lack of.
You know what the percentage of the LGBTQXYZ NAACP bullshit is in society in general?
It's got to be.
It's
what,
like
80%.
No, it's like 1 to 3%.
80, 90%.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Everybody's gay.
Yeah, everyone's a faggot.
Mm-hmm. Everybody.
Everybody. Every other person is gay.
That's right.
Kind of reminds me back in the 80s when the crack epidemic was was on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
And Louis Anderson, the comedian, he had an HBO special and he was talking about the way the media portrays the crack epidemic.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, if you were to listen or believe the media, you would think that every other person is on crack.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah. And so he's like going down through the audience, crack, no crack, crack, no crack. Are you on crack, ma'am? I'm on crack. News at 11.
Right.
Same thing. Gay, not gay, lesbian, not lesbian, LGBTQ, not LGBT,
Yep.
It's like, it's 1 to 3%. It's 1 out of 100.
That's right.
So yeah, it's underrepresented because most people are not.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, we don't live in your world, Lindsay.
Yeah. Worry about your world. Don't think that we need to hear about it. We don't care.
Yeah, nobody cares.
No.
You're non-existent as far as most people are concerned.
Yeah. Gayness like this should be treated like a Tupperware party. You get all your like-minded people together and you look at it and you say, wow, that's something. Just like women do with Tupperware or fucking Scamway or whatever. Same type of shit. You all get together, you have a little conversation over a slice of cake and a cup of tea, and that's it. Don't try to infect the rest of us with your bullshit, because we ain't listening. Period.
Steven Universe and now Julie's Green Room on Netflix are the only shows for kids with legitimate LGBTQ plus representation.
There are no kids with legitimate LGBTQ XYZ plus
need.
This is instilled in them with their lack of parenting.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Sorry, it's not a need.
Mm-mm.
No, it's a desire to try to infect the population.
That's it.
That is specifically geared towards kids. We've already talked about the queerness in Steven Universe, and in Julie's Green Room, one of the young puppet characters is gender nonconforming, which is so cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah, gender nonconforming.
That is just fantastic.
Yeah, pull the waistband away from your belly and take a look down. What do you see?
Probably nothing in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, oh man.
Sorry, it just there's no such thing as gender nonconforming.
No, not at all.
It's all mental.
Otherwise, there are a few one-offs like the moms on Good Luck Charlie on the Disney Channel, and now LeFou in the live-action Beauty and the Beast. But these aren't enough.
They're not enough.
They're not
enough. The indoctrination is not strong enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not enough.
No. We need more.
We just need to somehow ramrod this thought process down everybody's throat to accept it. You will accept our thought process, or else
That's right.
you're canceled. There you go. Acid Trip Massacre Band. No child is thinking, I wish I had a dick or vagina change.
Yeah, nobody's thought that.
Not a child. No.
Not at all. Breaking news. Lindsay is a fucking moron.
There you are. Thank you, Wolf. There we go.
And to be perfectly honest, a lot of it is queer baiting. That's when a show teases that characters might be LGBTQ+ and drop small hints about their sexuality, but never actually acknowledge or follow through on confirming their LGBTQ+-ness. They usually do
Their LGBTQ+-ness.
Hey, Lindsay, you stupid cunt cock, whatever you want to be called. They're 7. They should be worried about if they want to pet a dog or a cat, not if they want to fuck and who they want to stick their fucking undeveloped dicks into, or have stick undeveloped dicks into. They're not supposed to be thinking about sexual decisions and sexual choices, you fuck. Shut up. Let them be fucking kids. Believe me, when they're 18 years old, they can make all the same horrible mistakes that you have, you fucking whack job. Shut up. Jesus.
do it to bring in a more queer or liberal audience that might not have watched that TV show or movie otherwise. And when kids are watching these stories, those small queer moments usually fly.
Small queer moments.
Small queer moments.
I think if Tim James were ever to write a book, that would be the title, Small Queer Moments.
Right next to Little Victories in my show.
Small Queer Moments.
Little Victories by Chris Akins, Small Queer Moments by Tim James.
What? Those small queer moments just breeze by without notice.
Yeah.
Small queer moments. I could just see that people sitting there in a room watching a movie on Netflix or Amazon or something and go, hey, wait a minute. Was that a small queer moment?
Yeah.
Back it up for a second.
Ass fire in the chat. That is Tommy Lee's next book.
I like that. Randy Martin, how many times a day do you imagine it says LGBTQ plus?
I got to think, what, 1,000?
At least.
You know, this
It
thing
consumes my whole day.
This thing does not know when to stop. Do you think this thing ever says, hey, did you happen to catch the football game last night or the whatever? Did you catch the Bachelorette or whatever?
No, people with an ideology, that's all they're focused on. Their entire existence is about their ideology.
Right.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people who are terrorists or people who are worship Allah. All they can think about is, how they, have to be destructive.
Right.
That's all they think about.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be a horrific existence when you live by way of an ideology.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a mind thing.
Mm-hmm.
A mind condition.
Yep.
I buy them without a second glance. It's hard to really call this LGBTQ plus representation for kids when they might not even notice it. If you think about all the press, Beauty and the Beast,
it's a good thing that they don't notice it.
Yeah, they shouldn't. They're fucking 6 years old.
Hey, did you see that one, Little Johnny? There was like a queer kids moment in this movie, but it went by so quickly, somehow you missed it. Let me roll it back and see if you can identify it again.
Mm-hmm.
This indoctrination is just beyond the pale.
Yeah, it's terrible. And it just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah. All right.
got for its gay moment with LeFou.
The gay moment.
Oh, they had their gay moment, Neely.
Gay moment.
It was very touching. A gay moment.
Yeah.
Thank God.
You need to remember that kids aren't reading those news stories or press releases in order to get the context that LeFou is intended to be queer.
Yeah, because they're kids.
Yeah, they're fucking 6.
They're not reading about being gay at 6 years old. Sorry, that doesn't work that way. They're worried about is their next Tonka truck or their next Barbie doll, or when they're going to go out to the park and play on the swings.
Legitimately, how old were you when you started legitimately noticing girls and not wanting to throw rocks at them or whatever?
Probably 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say about 10.
Yeah, about 10. Yeah, my first girl that I had a crush on, her name was Patty Alderman.
All right.
I remember that to this day. And I was about 10.
Yeah. And first time you ever kissed a girl would have been what? 12?
11.
12, right.
It was Patty Alderman. I grabbed a kiss from her at 11.
And first time you grabbed a tit would have been what? 15, 14?
Yeah, I was definitely in my teens.
Yeah, okay. And that's the point. These fucking 6-year-olds don't need to know this shit. You know, if the kid's 15 years old and he's a boy and he all of a sudden looks at his own dick and is like, man, I need another of these, then okay, that's one thing. But if he's fucking 15 years old or if he's fucking 3, he doesn't need to be thinking about his dick. The only thing he needs to think about his dick is making sure it's aimed at the right place so he doesn't spray the fucking bathroom. That's it. This fucking moron wants to teach him, well, you know what? You should appreciate taking another dick in the ass. You know, you're 6 now. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. No, I'm not a Muslim. I don't believe in the extremist Muslim views, but I agree with their throwing these people off buildings.
All right, well, I'm not going to go that far. I don't think we should be throwing Lindsay off a building per se, but
I'm with the hair of the dog. I'm going to throw you off a building right now.
Might just say we could throw her ideas off a building. I don't think I want to actually toss her off the building.
You said toss off.
Yeah. But if you did toss her off the building, 100 years from now, when they find the bones, they sure won't find them and say, hey, look, it's an LGBTQ plus person.
Right.
I'd be like, look at this fucking dumb chick with all these broken fucking limbs.
Right.
What happened to her?
The moment in the movie is so fleeting that most kids probably didn't notice unless...
That's because they don't understand it and they don't care.
They're not supposed to get it. They're not supposed to... Maybe this is a lost cause. I'm, as a parent, and Neely, you may or may not get this reference, but every single person that is listening that is a parent will get this. I'm not even a fan of this movie, but you've heard of the movie Shrek.
Yeah, I've watched it. I saw it.
Fine.
Yeah, I saw it.
You know how Shrek has a fair share of kind of adult jokes, but they're not adult enough that kids will get it.
Yeah, I mean, that movie was, I think, what was that? Eddie Murphy played the donkey, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he definitely was the one with a lot of the one-liners.
Yeah.
In the movie, but it was definitely adult humor.
Yeah, and it was geared that the kids would laugh for one reason, and the adults would laugh for a completely different reason. The kids would laugh because, it's funny. He said that word and it's funny. The adults would be like, yeah, I know what he's talking about. Railing that bitch. That's kind of what it was. And that as a parent was a thing to kind of, when my kids were little, I did the same thing with my ex. Was we'd be talking about something and I would slide in something that they would think one thing but I really meant another thing, something a little bit dirty or something more adult.
Right.
And that was a thing. And part of the purpose of that was that the kids weren't ready to hear.
Yeah, it was a double entendre.
Yeah, the kids didn't want me. They did not want to imagine that I was actually really trying to convince their mother to suck my cock. So I was using, wordplay
Right, of course.
to say it to make her uncomfortable so she couldn't say no. That was kind of the joke. That was kind of how it worked. This fucking fool thinks that you should be teaching, well, you know what? This is a penis and it goes in the anus. Let me show you how, 4-year-old. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It was a fleeting moment, and most kids don't pick up on it because they don't get it. They don't know to look for that, and they're not supposed to.
Yeah, you know what they want? A fucking shovel and a little bucket to go dig a hole in a sandbox. They don't want to be digging a hole in their neighbor's asshole. Holy shit.
Mm.
A grown-up pointed it out to them. And even if they did...
Yeah, see, that's the problem. They wouldn't have noticed it unless a grown-up pointed it out to them.
Yeah.
What kind of a responsible grown-up? Hey, he made a reference to anal sex. Do you know what anal sex is?
Yeah. Here, let me pull up Pornhub and show you. Sit down, Johnny. I'm going to give you some education today.
Right.
This is called diaper porn. You wear diapers. Now I'm going to show you what else you could do with it. This guy sticking his dick in your mouth while the other guy's shitting his diaper. You could do that too when you get older, Johnny.
Right.
What the fuck is this Lindsay idiot talking about?
Yeah, she again, it's indoctrination.
Yeah.
All right.
Did notice it wasn't a central plot point in the movie, and LeFou is a villain character. It's actually pretty common for Disney to use LGBTQ plus stereotypes in their villain characters, like Ursula, who was actually modeled from a drag queen. There's also Scar, Hades, and Jafar. Associating stereotypical LGBTQ plus characteristics with villains leaves kids with the idea that queerness itself is inherently evil.
Yeah, because you're fucking freaks.
How about this? If you're not teaching sexuality to 6-year-olds, they're not going to fucking associate the homosexuality to the fucking character.
They won't know the difference anyway.
You know when I figured out that Ursula was gay? Right now! And I watched that fucking Little Mermaid movie 400 times with my daughter. And I never thought, oh my God, there's the gay evil character.
Yeah. Wasn't she fashioned from a drag queen in real life?
I don't know. Who cares?
Well, that's what Lindsay's teaching us.
Yeah, it's Jesus.
Who looks into the research that far? It's just like, yeah, that's a character in a movie. Who gives a shit?
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't care what the genesis of it is.
Yeah, just have a bad guy. What should the bad guy be? Straight white male? Is that the bad guy? Guess what? Everybody's the bad guy in some way, shape, or form, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's what this whole world and life that we live is, a battle between good and evil. Sorry, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. It's the battle between God and the devil, or good and evil, or bad and good for bad.
Right.
Whatever you want to call it, but that's the whole existence of life.
Right.
You can compare the few examples of actual positive LGBTQ plus representation in children's media with the hundreds and hundreds of movies and TV shows for kids that focus on romance between a boy and a girl.
Yeah, well, that's how it should be. Sorry, that's how I believe. How about that, Lindsay? That's near and dear to my heart.
How about this, Lindsay? If you're the responsible parent that's so LGBTQ plus MIA ZYP fucking person that you are, don't let your kids watch it. How about just making that decision if you're a parent? If I'm a parent and I didn't want my kids to watch something, I just didn't let them watch it. It was as simple as that. I didn't need fucking the industry to adjust to my fucking wants and desires. That I had to adjust to them. If I was watching, I don't know, The Sopranos, I really didn't sit my fucking 8-year-old next to me and say, hey, watch this with me. Let's watch this when Tony fucking bashes the dumb guy's head in, or, because he's too stupid to answer the phone while he's looking at the whores on the stripper pole. I just didn't let my kids watch that, Lindsay, you fucking moron. Be responsible. Don't fucking being responsible is not telling everybody else how to fucking program their TV. Being responsible is fucking manning up, and clearly that's what you want, is to man up on something and fucking police what they're seeing. You want to make queer kid stuff, fine, make it. If fucking people want to torture their kids watching it, fine, let them do it. But goddamn, you don't get to change the fucking world and the industry because you say so. Less than 1%er? Go fuck yourself.
You can see this in nearly every Disney movie. Children's media has a huge bias towards heterosexual storylines. This leads to a lot of problems, because the larger purpose behind art and storytelling is for us as humans to see ourselves reflected back to us. And seeing your story and identity explored through art is incredibly validating. Kids who are or
it's incredibly validating.
Shut up. 90% of the human beings on this planet are straight. 90%. So seeing a male and female is a direct reflection of society, you fucking idiot. That's the direct reflection. 10% at most, at absolute most, is the other side. And I would argue that right now, anyway, in the last 10, 15 years, 8 to 10% of the TV shows and the movies, if not more, have homosexual fucking storylines in them. You know, I just watched a show on Starz. It was a 10-episode show called Hightown.
Okay.
And it was really fucking good. I ain't gonna lie. It was a fucking amazing show. And it's like a cop thing. It's like The Wire or Bosch or something like that, but real gritty and real hard. And the one character, the main character, is a lesbo. So is that representative? You know, that's one cop, one undercover cop out of maybe 8 that are in the show. That's probably representative of real life, right?
1 out of 8.
It's probably more than representative.
Yeah, it's over-representation if you really want to talk about it.
Exactly. So just knock it off with you're not being represented enough. You're being represented exactly as it is. In fact, you're being over-represented. If anything, we should see one girl-on-girl kiss every fucking 4 million movies. So shut up.
Might become LGBTQ+ do not see themselves reflected in their stories right now.
Yeah, because there's very few of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids who aren't and might not become LGBTQ+ are less likely to.
What do you mean? You aren't or might become?
Well, and and therein lies Lindsay's real agenda, is that every kid needs to be LGBT+.
Right.
Every kid needs to take a dick and a pussy. That's what Lindsay's advocating for.
Well, again, it's the ideology.
Empathize with LGBTQ+ people because those identities are unfamiliar to them. This leads,
as they should be.
Yeah, because we don't care. Why the fuck do I need to care? I don't need to care who you're sticking your fucking vagina on. I don't need to care.
So who are you scissoring with today?
I don't need to know. I do not.
Well, I've got a scissoring appointment today at 2.
You know what? If you really want me to know, don't wipe your face off when you're done. That's the only way I want to know. I don't want to know by fucking, your association and you're indoctrinating fucking kids. Just stop. I don't need to know. Dude, I mean, even straight couples, do you give a fuck? Am I the only one that really... I'm like, whether I'm around straight couples or gay couples or whatever, I don't really give a shit about certain things. If they're holding hands, walking together, even like a little peck on the mouth or any of that kind of shit. But on either side, heteros or homos, when they get into like really over the top making out, even at like a party or something, that's fucking making me queasy.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a straight guy. I don't want to see a dude and his wife making out hard.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see it. You know, it's like you're misconstruing the fact that people are avoiding this topic with the fact that on any level people don't want to see it.
Yeah, regardless of your orientation.
Yeah. People don't want to see it. I certainly don't want to watch kids fucking sticking their little dicks in little asses. I don't want to see it. I don't want to think about it. I wish I could fucking live in a world where it didn't exist.
Right.
You know, instead I got you out there, Lindsay, fucking teaching that's what you're supposed to teach kids. And I hate to tell you this, but don't tell me it's about, you know, making decisions or anything else, because being gay or being straight is about one thing: who you're fucking. Period. It's only about sex. It's not about anything else. You can wear a dress and be straight. It would be odd, but you could do it.
Right.
You know, so to say that you're LGBTQMYZXP means that you're fucking taking a dick and a vag. That's really what it means. So just stop with this nonsense, you fucking moron.
To bullying and increased rates of suicide and depression in LGBTQ plus youth, and that is unacceptable. The LGBTQ plus community has made huge strides in representation in adult media, but
yeah, because that's where it belongs.
Yeah.
If it belongs at all, it's an adult media, not children's media.
Sure. It belongs on Showtime at 3 a.m. That's where it belongs. The Red Shoe Diaries.
Yeah.
right now it feels like we're taking a huge step back in quantity and quality when it comes to children's media. That's a big reason why I started Queer Kid Stuff. I want to balance the scale and help build a base of knowledge for kids around LGBTQ plus topics, because it simply isn't there right now.
Yeah, because it doesn't belong there, Lindsay. Children are not meant to be formed and, guided into that lifestyle.
Yeah.
It doesn't belong.
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
I believe that when the scales are balanced and there's an equal amount of truly diverse media for children, that we can...
your equal amount means 50-50. 50% of the people in the population are not gay.
No, they're not.
They're not LGBTQ plus alphabet soup people.
No.
They're 1 to 3%.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to get 50% of the notice.
No, of course not. Nor should it.
Help kids build a kinder and more equal world. I would love to live in a world where I didn't have to come out to every new person I met, or every new job I started, or every new room I walked into. I want to live in a world where being straight isn't the immediate assumption. That's what Teddy and I are trying to do. We are imagining a kinder and more equal future. And I hope that someday that future can become our reality.
Yeah, why don't you go to another planet?
Yeah, exactly, because it ain't happening here. Not when 90+% of the people are straight. And really, look, I just posted up what is the real thing. This is all agenda.
Mm-hmm.
It's all, hey, hire me to come and speak to your people.
Right.
That way I can make money.
Mm-hmm.
With my dumb agenda.
Right.
Dumb twat.
We hope you can use our videos to help your little ones understand these topics that can be complicated and confusing, even for adults to understand. They're meant to be a conversation starter between kids and their grown-ups. Kids can watch them on their own too, but they really work best as the beginning or part of a larger conversation around these topics.
Well, I would hate to think that I have children that are looking this up on YouTube on their own.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they could watch it on their own if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And here's another thing, Lindsay. Teddy's not doing shit. He's a fucking stuffed animal. So shut up. You said yourself this was a message for the adults. The adults know that the stuffed animal ain't doing shit.
Right.
Fucking moron.
And we really hope educators use them in their classrooms.
Yeah, we're not using that in the classroom.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Can you imagine how many outraged parents there would be if they were doing this indoctrination in their classroom?
I would show up at the school with a ball bat.
Yeah.
somebody would be getting clubbed in the fucking head.
That's why charter schools are so popular these days, because people are taking their kids out of, state-run educational institutions because they're just like, yeah, I don't want my kid to be indoctrinated this way. Lindsay.
Yeah, we don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You can check out some additional resources for educators on our website, queerkidstuff.com. If you want to help us on our mission, you can...
What's your mission, Lindsay?
Gaying up the populace.
Yeah. Our mission.
Support us on our Patreon. We just made some awesome changes to our rewards, which you should check out. You can get access to our newsletter, a Patreon-only Facebook group, ukulele tutorials, one-on-one teacher consultations, and a whole lot more.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a better understanding of what we are trying to do here at Queer Kids.
Yeah, I think we just covered it.
We got it.
We just basically burned you to the ground, Lindsay.
Yeah, you're effectively trying to fucking kill these kids.
Yeah, we chopped you off at the ankles, Lindsay.
Yeah, you're trying to make these kids' lives a lot harder because they'll be fucked up in the brain wondering why they took a dick at 6. You fucking idiot.
Stuff after watching this. You can subscribe to the channel for new videos every Wednesday. We're still putting up those season 2 videos, so I hope you like those. We've got another one coming next week, and that's it for me. I'll see you next time at Queer Kid Stuff.
All right. Well, she's doing the Lord's work.
There she is.
Yeah. Teddy lives matter.
Teddy lives matter.
Well, that comment just made me realize what an asshole you are, Chris.
Hey, he's right.
Yeah, Teddy lives matter.
Skippy's right. Teddy lives matter.
All right, there you are. Lindsay is back with some more Queer Kid stuff, indoctrinating your young children who don't need to know any of this stuff at 6 or 7 years old.
That's right. Insanity. And it just leads into the whole thing now, with the whole pedophile thing.
Of course.
It's this kind of thinking that's leading more and more of these fucking weirdos to say, yeah, it's okay to fuck a kid.
Right.
If the kid consents, it's fine. It's like, what?
Well, does she endorse NAMBLA?
I don't know if she does, but I mean, you're seeing it more and more.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing... how many of these celebrities do you think are actually going to fall from this Ghislaine or whatever her name is?
Fall from what?
From this Ghislaine Maxwell chick. How many celebrity? The Epstein chick.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, I forgot about her. Boy, all I've seen, I don't read a lot of the mainstream media, but all I've seen about her is, will she survive her incarceration?
Yeah.
It's just like, well, is that the harbinger of doom that somehow she's going to get offed before she can even testify or spill the beans on anything or anyone?
Yeah. And I know they're saying that there's a little black book that's out there that'll find its way to the media if she gets killed.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Where's that Assange guy with that information?
Yeah.
Why, he's got everything else. How come he doesn't have Ghislaine's book or whatever? Is that her name? I'm just calling her Ghislaine.
Well, you had me confused there. I don't know what her name is.
It's some weird. It's like Ghislaine.
It's like Maxwell or something, isn't it?
Yeah, her last name is Maxwell, but her first name is Ghislaine. Okay. Is that Ghislaine?
Something like that.
Yeah. It's like, where are you going to come? I'm going to come in the Ghislaine.
Jeez. Yeah, who knows? I mean, again, all I've seen about her, aside from her being, captured, incarcerated, is will she survive? Is she safe where she's at? How, will she be able to, survive to the point of being able to provide any kind of useful information and stuff like that,
Well, they didn't let Epstein say anything.
Mm-mm.
But Epstein didn't have like Mossad behind him.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of powerful people that Epstein was involved with, the Clintons. And
But
that,
but isn't this chick like the daughter of like a Mossad agent or some shit?
I don't know her background that well. All I know is what I know about her from that whole Epstein, what was 5-part series.
Right. Yeah.
That's all I know about her. I don't really know much more than that.
Yeah. Seems like a real piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. Just that whole money thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just that corrupt and people using their money.
Yeah. She had a pretty decent rack too. I wonder why this guy wasn't just happy enough with those tits.
Well, some people have a predilection towards certain specific things, and this guy apparently liked the strangeness and the newness of a young snapper.
I mean, nice big full bouncers, or you could have 12-year-old tits. It's like, I know what I'm choosing, and it sure ain't the 12-year-olds.
Right.
Jeez.
Oh well. All right.
Everybody's trying to tell me that it's Ghislaine. I know that, but I like Ghislaine better.
Ghislaine.
I think Ghislaine's funnier.
Yeah. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's play a couple of tunes. We'll come back and do some more stuff.
All right.
What do you want to play?
How's about we go with You Always Walk Alone by Halloween.
All right.
From Keeper number 2.
What is that?
From Keeper of the Seven Keys number 2.
All right. Halloween.
Yeah, it's Keeper number 2, not number 1.
All right. Let's see. Let me pull that up real quick and we'll play some Halloween.
Sandy Darris of Halloween. That ID he does is funny. I had Sandy Darris of Halloween.
Right. And what was the name of the tune again?
The name of the tune was You Always Walk Alone.
Let's see here. There it is. Got it. All right. Well, we'll play a couple tunes. We'll come back. We'll do some more stuff. So here it is. It's Halloween exclusively here
on your classic metal show.